Our next guest honestly needs no introduction. He's earned 4 Grammy nominations, had 6 top 10 albums, 2 of which topped the US Billboard 200. If you've ever listened to the radio in your life, you've heard his hits with J.Lo, I'm Real, and Ain't It Funny. And still to this day, every time I get in my car, I hear Always on Time with Ashanti.
Hey.
Did you have any idea when you were making these songs how big they would be?
Honestly speaking, no. You just kind of go in the studio and create a vibe. Try to, when any artist that tells you that they go in the studio, they don't go off of the vibe that the studio gives off, they're lying to you, because that's what we're always searching for, that endless vibe. You just hope that you make records that gravitate, that people gravitate towards and love as much as you love them when you're making them. But it's a difficult thing. It's hard to pinpoint if it's going to be that or not. And I thought I was, put on this earth to create music. That's, but I realized that after I wasn't creating music, I still craved to create. And so that's the first thing that I realized, like, wow, I can create something or dream of something right here in my little space and time, and within a year's time, the whole world can share that with me. Those thoughts and ideas get bigger, like, okay, if I can do that with music, can I do that with a television show? Can I do that with a film? Can I do that with an invention? Can I do it with a tech idea? So that's the creative process, and that's how I just started creating different things.
You launched the Icon app. How is it different than the Fyre app that you originally had created?
Well, the Fyre app was basically just a booking platform, and Icon is a talent media monetization platform. It's really different in a lot of ways because, yeah, booking is a part of the platform, Icon as well, but it's so many other things that Icon will be able to do once I officially launch. I like to look at it as a hub now where any talent, an actress, or a speaker, model, or influencer, or an artist, or athlete, or whatever, can come to this platform and monetize their brand in a different way. Whether it be through bookings or putting up content, music on their platform, which they'll all get paid for that, or whether it be just putting up their merchandise or ticket sales through the platform. You can do all of these things through the platform, which kind of brings it full circle as to what I'm saying. It's a monetization platform.
How do you think you've leveraged your own experience with social media, with monetizing your brand when you come to create this app?
With my platform, I created Icon because as an artist, what we go through as artists in the booking space is really an archaic business. Everything is in the future now. Everything is, taking a turn for the better, except for the booking industry. It's still the same, and it can get messy, with a lot of different people having their hands in your pot, so a deal that may come to me, it may be 30% less of what it's supposed to be, so I really wanted to create this to kind of clean up the business in that aspect, and I realized that there's so many other things that us as artists need and want out of a platform like this. What I really realized with the platform was what I went through as an artist was I made so much money for these big corporations and got basically, nothing in return on the back end. Any other financial institution, if you work for them, you'll get, healthcare, 401k,
sure,
those type of things. So if you're an artist or you're a talent that's on Icon and you're using this platform and you're making lots of money on this platform, and we're also making lots of money with you as talent on the platform, yeah, we should kick it back. We should pay it back in some way, some form. So I have what I call Icon benefits also, with the platform, where give back to the artist. So I give back 2.5% of what we take on our end, and we give it back to the artist. 1.5% goes to the artist for, health care, life insurance, 401k, stuff like that.
That's so practical.
Yeah.
I wish you did this before when I first moved to this country. I did business in Colombia, but when I first arrived here and I started doing acting and modeling, I realized, especially modeling, that they don't have a SAG-AFTRA.
There's nothing for it.
Exactly, like they have in acting, which for the people that doesn't know is the company that
it's a union, yeah.
Yeah, it's a union that makes sure that you have all these things.
Protects you, yeah.
But like in music and modeling,
there's nothing.
There is nothing.
Yeah.
And it's sad because
and for the influencers now, which have very big careers and they're moving around and getting booked and stuff like that, there's nothing for them.
So basically people can screw you over and there's nothing you can say back. It's like, oh, you should be thankful you hard work, and like before, now it's changing, but before it's like, oh, you're an artist, it's like, meh, prove yourself.
Right.
So I love that you're bringing, let's just say, justice and changing the game.
What has been the biggest takeaway from your entrepreneurial just career?
When you're an entrepreneur, you know that you got to keep 10 toes down and stay focused and keep your head in the game, because there's a lot of things that can happen in the interim of you trying to build. And in those obstacles, you just have to keep jumping over them, going around them, going through them if you have to, whatever the case may be. But the ultimate goal is to get to the goal. Your failures are part of your success.
Mm-hmm.
It's. I always like to say I don't lose. I learn. And Fyre was a big learning experience for me. The biggest take that I got from that was, if you have a vision and you create something, you have to see it through. You have to be the one to drive the car, so to speak. And I let go of that. I let somebody else drive the car and they crashed it. And then it was my car, so of course I have to take all of the blame, or the brunt of the blame for the car crash. My biggest mistake in that was not being there, not being hands-on with it, and letting somebody else kind of steer my vision. But I would say this to any young entrepreneur that had that fear that I had: just go with it. Just you may make some mistakes. You know where you want to go. You have a vision. You have a goal of what you want to be accomplished, and everybody doesn't share that with you. Even when you think you have the person that's next to you that shares that vision, they may share it, but they may have a different route that they want to take to get to said goal. As a young entrepreneur, make the mistakes, learn through them, live through them, but drive your car. You can live with that, knowing that you made those mistakes honestly, and the overall goal was accomplished. And that's where I'm at right now. When I was in my darkest moments, you have to come up with something, that cosmic thing. I don't care what it is. That thing that it may not even be real. It can be faith. It can be hope. But you got to come up with that thing that keeps you going. That keeps the team inspired. It keeps the team going. And I have a knack to do that. Not anything else.
Well, that's who you are as the founder. I mean, as the founder of a company, you go up and you go down, and it's this roller coaster for sure. But I think what all my founder friends have in common is this irrational hope, right? And I think faith is that in a lot of ways too, right? But you keep going despite being beaten down, despite being down. Like a normal person would stop.
Yeah, absolutely. It's hard to stop somebody when they truly, truly believe that this is the route, this is the way to go. When you truly believe that, you can turn it on, and other people will believe it too, because you're so passionate about it. It's like, how can I not give this at least a thought, or at least a shot to see where this can lead, if you believe in it as well. This will set me apart from anything that I've done. Will it be my legacy? I don't know. I've done some pretty cool things, pretty amazing things. Do I think I can do some even more amazing things? Yes, I think so. But that's me. that's just me being confident in what I can do, and for sure.
All right. Well, we just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to come on the show. You completely embody what we believe in the Next 10 in terms of humility and evolution and growth and empowerment. So thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me, ladies.
Thank you.
JaRule, ladies and gentlemen.
Sure.
Adios.